Hi, it's David Guest. I'd like to welcome you. Today we're going to be talking about team. We're going to be talking about how you can build your business by employing the right kinds of people. Because when we start our business, we generally start on our own. And our very first job is to find a customer. So we build this cycle. And once we find this customer, if we do a good job, the customer pays the business. And then the business pays us back. So as an owner, we start this cycle of business. And this is great. Now, what happens is as we're growing our business, this gets busier and busier and busier until we run out of time. And when we run out of time, it's time to actually start thinking about how do we get leverage. And the next point of leverage is to start to employ some team members. Now, employing these team members sounds pretty easy. It sounds pretty obvious. And for most people in business, they know when they need team members. It's when they've got no more time. But here's where the dilemma begins. Because the minute I employ a team member, what happens? I start moving into this situation where I have to contend with working with my team or focusing on my client. And the difficulty of this decision is there is no right answer because my team are important, my clients are important. My clients pay the bills and my team are costing me money. So how do I decide who to focus on? Because ideally what I want to do is I want to build my team so my team looks after my customer looks after my business, and my business then pays me. But the dilemma always occurs when the team member doesn't do their job properly, or I can't find good people, or I'm not really clear on how to train or instruct those people. And usually this happens because when we employ people, we're busy. So if we're busy dealing with customers, how can we find the time to invest in our team? So something has to give here. Typically what gives is that the team member doesn't cut it, or we don't have the time to train them, so we end up either paying someone to do very little, or we end up removing those people from our business and just going back to a one-man band. Here's the scary part of what needs to happen, and most people don't like this. You ready for it? We actually have to remove contact from our customers. Now, before you yell and have a heart attack, let me explain what this means. What it means is that our business needs to start growing in a direction where the customer likes dealing with a team member and they don't try and circumvent and get to the owner. Because if you're in a situation where no one does it as well as you can, you've got a problem. Because even though you might be fantastic at what you do, it's very difficult to scale. So what we want to do is start focusing more on our team members than we do on our customer and build a team that is actually better at what our company does than we do. And this starts the cycle of business and allows us to grow. So start thinking about how you can focus on your team and how you can reduce the amount of direct contact you have with your clients so that you can grow a sustainable and leveraged business. So when it comes to building this team and thinking about who we need to recruit and how do we make sure that we make them better than we are, what is the number one thing you need to focus on to make sure your team is successful? I want you to write those ideas in the comments field and we'll respond to those, and let's see if we can get a conversation going. And I'm looking forward to speaking to you next time.